Hey everyone, Lindsay here with Sunshine Canine Training. In this video I'm going to show you what a prong collar is, why we use them, what size to use, and how to properly put one on your dog. This is a prong collar. It's a metal collar that has an action and release. There are many different kinds out there, and the brand I use is the Herm Sprenger brand. I like these the best because we can apply pressure and release that pressure very smoothly, and I find some of the generic brands don't have such a smooth action. I use the small and medium collars, and this is a small, which is a 2.25 millimeter collar, and this one I find is easiest to take apart and put back together. The way you do that is you pinch the prong, slide it into another prong, and then it's attached, and then you pull it apart, pinch it, and pop it out. Then there's the medium size, which is this one here. It's a little bigger. They actually come with 2 more links than this. I removed 2 links for the demonstration with the dog I'm going to use today. And these ones, because they're a little bit thicker, I find they're just a little bit harder to pull apart. I do struggle a little bit with that. So there are ones available that are Herm Sprenger brand that have a flat buckle attached to it so that you can actually take it apart and put it back together. And a flat buckle is like the regular dog collars that you have. So there are Herm Sprenger collars that have metal flat buckles that go together and come apart much easier than that if you struggle with that. So there's also a micro prong collar available that is not the Herm Sprenger brand for very tiny dogs. And the Herm Sprenger brand actually will say Sprenger on it. And they're made in Germany, which is this brand here. Made in Germany. This is the tag that came off of the big one. They actually, same tag for both of them, except one says small and one says medium. So on smaller dogs like Chihuahuas, Yorkies, and the tiny breeds, you can use a regular slip leash too if you don't have a micro prong collar available to you. A regular slip leash is one of these leashes because you can still distribute pressure. It's just a little bit different because those are harder to come across. And those buckle collars are available on the original Herm Sprenger collar website. So typically on dogs less than about 50 pounds, I'll use a 2.25 millimeter prong collar, which is the small one. These are perfect for almost any size dog. And for dogs with thicker necks or more stubborn dogs, sometimes I will use the bigger 3.0 millimeter prong collar, which is what I'm going to demonstrate with. I've never used the large size. I probably will never use the large size, and I have a Great Dane mix, which is this guy right over here. I use the 3.0 for him, and occasionally I'll use a 2.25 on him as well. So a prong collar works by applying pressure evenly around the dog's neck. So all of these prongs, when I pull, will tighten around the dog's neck, and it can only go so far. So it's not a choke. It's actually limited, just like a martingale collar. And that pressure is a communication tool for the dog. So we pull on the swivel ring, which is the ring that moves around, and that's what creates the pressure. This ring right here is a dead ring. It doesn't move. It never moves from the chain. It stays right where it is all the time. This dead ring is what we attach our safety device to. You don't attach a leash to this. You attach a leash to the one that swivels so that you can move freely with your dog. These collars are not meant to be worn all the time, and you should only use this collar when your dog has a leash on. And if your dog is pulling constantly while on this collar, you're using it improperly, and you need to refer back to some how-to prong collar videos on what to do when your dog is pulling constantly. It is not meant to be used that way. So I've got Leo to show you how to put a prong collar on. I've already removed a link from this. I've removed actually 2 links from this collar because I know his neck is right about that size. These collars don't work well at all if they're not fit properly. So if they're way too tight and they're way too loose, they don't work the same. So I will demonstrate with Leo on how to put a prong collar on. So we're back with Leo now, and I just took Leo out of his kennel. When dogs are in kennels, we never have any equipment on them unless we're working with them actively. This is his flat buckle collar, so I'm putting that on him. And we'll attach the safety device to his flat buckle collar. And then this is his Herm Sprenger collar. And I have not put this one on him yet, so we'll show you how to troubleshoot fitting a collar. So again, you pinch to pull apart, and then you get up around the dog's neck. Come here, handsome. Come on. They can't see you. So you get up around the dog's neck. I'm going to stand for this so it's a little easier. And then you pinch the prongs and slide them into another prong. And this is actually a really good fit for him. The prong collar should be able to slide just a little bit, but you don't want the prong collar loose enough where it will slide up over the dog's head. These prongs can get caught up in your dog's eyes or on their nose or their mouth, so that we really don't want that to happen. So we've got our swivel ring here. Good boy. Nice and close. And then I've got a carabiner, which I should have got a red one because he's got a red collar. So we'll attach that carabiner. Good boy, right there. Stay right there. To the D-ring on his flat buckle collar. And then you got to turn around, handsome guy. And then we'll also attach it to the dead ring. Here, I'll slide it around. It's tough being a model. So tough. So then we attach to the dead ring, which hard to see at this angle here. If you've never done this before, you struggle the first time or two that you do it. Oh, it's right there. Good. Thanks, bud. So you see that circular ring? That's what we're going to attach to. Good boy. Leo's my dog, so we get in each other's face a lot. So then, hold on, they gotta see it now. Good boy. So now this collar is attached to his flat buckle collar and his prong collar. Now the reason for that is while we're out on a walk, if this prong collar fails, sit. Come on. He always sits behind me. If this prong collar fails, so now we're attached. I'm attached to the swivel ring on the prong collar. But if this collar were to pop off, which I'm going to pop it off, and we're out on a walk and he like rolls around in the grass and the prong collar pops off or something, I'm still attached with the carabiner to that flat buckle collar. So that's why we do the little safety mechanism there. Good boy, you're such a good supermodel. Good job. Okay, you're dismissed. Out. Out. Good boy. So that's how you put a prong collar on a dog. I like the safety mechanism because if you have a dog that's really fearful or a dog that likes to roll around and their prong collar comes undone, you're still attached in some way and you still have a leash on that dog, which is really important. So that's Prong Collar 101. If you have any questions, put them in the comments and I will post an answer. Thanks.